right, everyone. Thank you for joining me on my video. I wanted to do a quick tutorial of Trust Wallet and using PancakeSwap. So I have opened Trust Wallet up on my desktop, and as you can see, I have BNB Smart Chain is right here. All right. That is what you're going to need if you want a BNB token. If I wanted an Ethereum token, I would switch networks up here and find Ethereum. And I would use my Ethereum if I had Ethereum in here. I don't have Ethereum in this wallet. I just have my BNB. So we're going to use the BNB Smart Chain. Now, I got this from transferring it from my crypto.com wallet. All right. And you could see right here, I did too little where I received it from, and I did small little amounts of it. All right. And this just tells you where it was from and to. So this address, this to, is my Trust Wallet address. You can see right here. And the from was from my crypto.com. Now, what we want to show you here is where you can go down here where it says earn. And this is where you can stake on Trust if you choose to do that. And what it does here, you can click on whatever token that you want to stake. And then it should give you a lock, this APR, all right? That's how much you can earn in a year. And then you can like put in, if you had it here, it would tell you your overall rewards. And if you wanted to unstake it, there is a lock time though of 14 days. So you would have to, unlock it so that you could get it when you wanted to. It'd be 14 days before you actually were able to get it. Now, not all of them are like that. Here's a Terra Luna Classic. It's 15%. I remember that we have other platforms too, but that lockout time is 21 days. Now, I'll be honest with you, on staking platforms like this, I do not use them unless it is something like Ethereum, Bitcoin, BNB. It's something that is my long-term hold, okay? I don't do it on anything that I am going to want to get my initial investment out of quickly, like a meme coin or anything like that. So that's why I would say be very careful when you lock your crypto up, because that time frame, you will not be able to access your assets. Your history is just going to show you the different histories that you've had and what you've done, all right, over through sending and receiving. My settings, that shows me my network, my network chains, my language. I can view my secret phrase. I can go into my color mode, make it light, dark, or system. All right. And then I'm going to go into managing wallets. All right. So here, what I wanted to do from here was go to PancakeSwap. Well, as you can see, we're going to go to full screen. It's not like the wallet app, okay? The wallet app has you extensions where you can go to PancakeSwap. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the PancakeSwap actual site, all right? And we're going to know that it's the official PancakeSwap because it is pancakeswap.finance, all right? We're going to go there. All right, so this is what you'll see when you go to the Pancake site website. All right, this is on your desktop. We'll do one with it on your phone as well. But this is your Pancake swap right here, and it shows you that Cake right now is trending at $2.54. Well, I want to go over here to CoinGecko real quick, and I want you to see something because I used to invest in Cake. I invested in Cake, Uniswap, any of these platforms that you could go and do any kind of swaps on. I invested in those because there's what the platform that people are going to use when they want to get their gains, right? So you could see their market cap, the 24-hour trading volume, total max supply. Here's the contract address that we were talking about, y'all. Add to MetaMask. This is where it will take you on CoinGecko, and you can see the chart. Here are all their socials, all right? But I want to go down here. Look at the all-time high, which was about 3 years ago, actually, to the date. It was at $43. All-time low, 2020 was at 19 cents. All right. So watch coins like this that are on those decentralized apps where you can go and you can swap and do things like that, okay? This shows you your DEX, your innovation introducing PancakeSwap V4. You can read the white paper there. Everyone's favorite DEX. Trade, earn, and own crypto all in one. All right. Trade now, connect wallet, which is what we're about to do. And it just shows you the different bridges that it has, its ecosystem. All right. And this is PancakeSwap has grown tremendously since I started using it because we didn't have bridging and stuff. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect our wallet. All right. And we want to connect our Trust wallet. It's going to open up and we are going to allow viewing wallet balances, sending and requests, and then it won't allow moving funds without my permission. That is very important, everyone, okay? Without my permission, you cannot move my funds, all right? You cannot. Now, what I want to do is show you how you can trade, all right? And we're going to swap because this is something very important in the crypto space. If you want to get into a coin early, and I'm going to use Floki Inu as an example because at first Floki Inu was not able to be bought on an exchange, okay? And there are going to be some of these new meme coins that you might want to hop in and out of, and this is the way that you're going to be able to do this. So we're going to go search Floki Inu, all right? And it's right here. Now, I have been in Floki for a while now. All right. I was there when it came out way back in the day. These were some of those coins that we thought they were just going to be pump and dumps, get in early and get out. All right. So I want to swap here to the BNB chain. I want to copy that particular wallet address. Okay. All right. And what I will then do is I'm going to go over to PancakeSwap again. Now, as you could see, it has my BNB Smart Chain right here, all right, at the very top. That is what I'm going to use to buy Floki Inu. Now, I am going to click where it says cake, and it says search name or paste address. Well, I want to ensure that I have the right token, so I am going to paste address, and then I am going to hit active. All right, right here it says medium risk. The contracts in the address are either improperly configured or contain medium risk factors that may lead to some direct, indirect impact of funds. All right, so this tells you if it's a medium, low, or high risk coin. Now, with Floki Inu, the reason why it is medium risk is because it's still a meme coin. One thing that we don't talk about a lot is slippage tolerance, okay? Now, slippage right now, it says it's at 0.5, all right? Usually, the standard and fast, you're going to be either 1, okay, it defaults to this right here, right? Fast is this, standard is this, okay? And slippage tolerance, setting a high slippage tolerance can help transactions succeed, but you may not get such a good price. The higher the slippage, the more it costs to do, okay? Y'all got to understand, this is like in the Ethereum getting a tip for making that instead of slow, medium, and fast, all right, or slow, average, fast. If those transactions fail, you still have to pay the gas fees. So we want to ensure that it passes. I usually, as a rule of thumb, do 3%. That is me. I am not telling you that that's what you have to do, all right? So I have set my slippage at 3%. Well, I want to buy $5. Well, we'll do $10 of Floki Inu, right? We'll do 571. All right. The way I know this is I put 0.01 of BNB, which is $5.71 USD. All right, it says it right here. And then it's going to swap it to Floki Inu, and it tells me how much I'm going to get of Floki Inu. All right. Tells me down here my minimum received. All right. Price impact, trading fee, and this is the route from BNB to Floki. So now that I know that this is what I want to do, I am going to confirm this swap. As you can see, it's going to pop up and ask me if I confirm this. All right, so I'm going to confirm that. This says transaction receipt, view on the BSC scan, add Floki to my wallet. So we have been successful, right? So now I want to go to my Trust wallet. I am going to refresh. Now, as you can see, my price went up, okay? So now I want to manage my crypto. I still have my Floki Inu contract address in there, and I'm going to paste it, enable to where I can see what I bought. And there you have it. Now, I already had some Floki Inu in here, so you can see my balance now of Floki Inu. Again, what we did is we went to PancakeSwap. We connected our wallet. We were on the BNB chain. We went to CoinGecko and copied the Binance Smart Chain contract address. We went to PancakeSwap and pasted that contract address into the search token bar. We see that that is the coin that we wanted. We set our amount that we wanted to buy from BNB, and we saw the amount we would get of Floki. We adjusted our slippage, and from there we confirmed our transaction. Once we confirmed, we went back to Trust Wallet, and we saw where, I am so sorry, y'all, we saw where right here, confirmed from and to. And this is where the amount right here of Floki knew we received. All right. Now, one thing we have to always remember when we are using these DEXs or dApps and anything we have connected our wallet to, whether that be on the phone or the PC, is where you have connected your wallet, you want to disconnect. See right here now it says that you're going to connect your wallet. And as a good rule of thumb, I go in and I delete my history. Okay, I just go in and I clear my browsing history data and last 24 hours, clear data. All right. This just ensures your safety. And if you're using a VPN and you have a trusted network, as y'all can see, I use Norton, just make sure that you do that. And then you X completely off of PancakeSwap and you go back to your wallet. I just want y'all to ensure that you have very good safety practices when it comes to connecting and disconnecting your wallets. I look forward to seeing y'all in our next videos. Bye.